Her grandfather died as a non-Muslim, and he left some money, whether it's a little or a lot. She mentioned $250. Can she donate this money? And why would she donate it? Why she's asking this question? Because the Prophet ﷺ prohibited inheritance between two followers of two different religions, not just Islam and Christianity, for instance, but in a Muslim state, Islam and Judaism, Christianity and Judaism, a Muslim and a fire worshipper and a Christian. There is no tawaruth or inheritance between followers of two different faiths. Just last Friday, as I was given a class and a new revert, she presented this question. It came in writing, and I answered the same answer. So after the lecture, I saw her, she was crying. And she said, but I love my family so much, and so on. I said, of course, as a matter of fact, you must have read in the Quran several verses encouraging you to love your family members, particularly your parents, more than before. And stated on you duties towards them more than before, even though they are not Muslims. As long as they do not oppose you on account of your faith or religion, they do not challenge you to convert you back from Islam, and even if they do, وَصَاحِبْهُمَا فِي الدُّنْيَا مَعْرُوفًا. First of all, he said, وَإِنْ جَاهَدَاكَ, if they do the juhd, if they struggle to hinder you from the path of Allah, or to make you partners to Allah in worship, فَلَا تُطِعْهُمَا, obey them not. وَصَاحِبْهُمَا فِي الدُّنْيَا مَعْرُوفًا. But with regards to the worldly matters, give them a good company, support them financially, visit with them, look after them, take care of them, everything. But when it comes to deen, do not yield. Do not compromise. The love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala comes number one. So this is a fact. And many people, after accepting Islam, I know that personally, their family members love them more because they thought now they behave more, they are more dutiful to them, so they appreciated Islam, their non-Muslim families and non-Muslim parents. But we have to understand the mechanism of preventing the inheritance between Muslims and non-Muslims, whether you are the giver or the taker. Why? I also quoted the example of Ibrahim alayhi salam, the Nuh alayhi salam, Lut alayhi salam, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi salam. Each one of them had a close family members. With Ibrahim, it was his father. It was his father who he promised him to seek forgiveness for him as much as he can eternally, as long as he lives. But when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forbade him, because his father died as a non-Muslim. فَلَمَّا تَبَيَّنَ لَهُ أَنَّهُ عَدُوٌّ لِلَّهِ تَبَرَّأَ مِنْهُ. When it has become obvious to Ibrahim alayhi salam that his father was Allah's enemy, we cannot judge that unless if he dies in a state of disbelief. Khalas. He died as a non-Muslim. تَبَرَّأَ مِنْهُ. Ibrahim alayhi salam disowned his father because he has not become his father anymore. When you have the love of your Creator versus the love of anyone else, no one should love anyone more than his parents, because they were the main reason behind my existence. They are my origin. But who existed my parents? Who brought them to this life? Who facilitated for them to have me? The Creator. So the love of Allah, the Creator, should come first. لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يكون الله ورسوله أحب إليه مما سواهما. None of you will be a perfect or a complete believer until Allah and His Messenger are dearer to him than anything else, including his parents, his children, his wife. With Nuh alayhi salam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it very clear to him that when his son drowned before his very eyes, he said, he's not one of your family members anymore. He's not your son because he's an evil deed.